Yes, the ever noisy New York. And here we are. These are the apartment buildings. In the building 815 Greenfell, where Rodney Dangerfield moved with his mom after his parents divorced. So he lived in this building, went to Richmond Hill High School in this area as well. But this is his building that he grew up in. 8015 Greenfell. This neighborhood has definitely changed. Very expensive to live here in these buildings. We're off of Union Turnpike. Down the road. Got a couple of other things to show you. Let's go. Just as a comparison, as a side-by-side, you see how, where you could see how the area, the place, looks like right now. While they line this up here. This tree is probably right here, pardon me here. Well, actually, no, that should be the tree. As you can see, the fire escapes. So looks the same. This is in the back of Austin's Ale House. Rodney Dangerfield, 1939 Richmond Hill yearbook. Stand-up comic actor, producer, screenwriter, author. I don't get no respect. Early life in Kew Gardens. Residing on the second floor of the building at the corner of Lefferts and Austin Street. Graduated from THEGRESSHOW Richmond Hill High School. 1981 album, No Respect. Lifetime Creative Achievement Award. First entertainer with his own personal website. A lot of recognition behind that name. Rodney Dangerfield. Now, I couldn't find an address. Apparently he lived in more than one location here. He also lived in Greenfell and apparently another building right up on this corner. Probably like right on top of the bar. And right up that way, up there in that main intersection, but can't confirm or find the actual address. There you go. Piece of Kew Gardens. Rodney Dangerfield. This is a mural that's actually a hop and a skip from the plaque of Rodney Dangerfield. And Rodney Dangerfield's widow helped fund this mural, actually. And she says it's less than flattering. Really does not like the mural. I mean, you could be the judge Rodney Dangerfield, American stand-up comedian, actor, producer, and writer. Spent his childhood in Kew Gardens. This is actually Kew Gardens Park. Kew Gardens Cinema Park, I believe. See a lot of Sinatra, Murals, Casablanca, Costa Keaton. Here is another angle. The great Rodney Dangerfield. Kew Gardens, Queens, and I want to talk about Rodney Dangerfield. Some of the most famous movies that you probably know him from: Caddyshack, Natural Born Killers, Easy Money, Back to School. But probably the most famous one is Caddyshack. And little is it known that Rodney Dangerfield, that once upon a time,
take the next right onto Lever,
lived here in Kew Gardens for a short period of time. So I want to show you his former house, and I want to show you a plaque for Rodney Dangerfield, which is pretty cool. And walking around his neighborhood now, his former neighborhood. It's a Thursday morning around just after 9. So Dangerfield began his career working as stand-up comic. Pretty soon it became a mainstay on late-night talk shows through the 1960s and the 1970s. And eventually it developed into a headlining act on the Las Vegas casino circuit, where the tagline, it's an old school movie theater, where the tagline was often "I get no respect," where that came from an attempt to improve one of his stand-up jokes. Quote, "I played hide and seek, they wouldn't even look for me." He thought the joke would be stronger if used for Malik. I was so, well, on and on. You get it. You get it. He eventually kind of starred in a few bits, movies here and there. He's struggling on the circuit here, trying to make a name for himself, trying to strike it rich, trying to strike it big, and he realizes that he's missing a onstage persona. He wanted a onstage persona because he realized that he needed the audience something that they could relate to. So he took the name Rodney Dangerfield, which had been used by Jack Benny on his radio program. Back in the early 40s. And so that's where he got the idea from. As his persona developed with the name, he began to be kind of famous, career surge. He kind of had like one-liners. One-liner style of comedy.
Head north on Audley Street toward Bridgeville Street.
For example, you know, my fan club broke up. The guy died. Last week, my house was on fire. My wife told the kids, be quiet, you'll wake up daddy. I was very, very ugly. When I was born, the doctor smacked my mother. You know, that's the type of comedy, the type of one-liners that he became known for. He had a breakout as far as his comedy act, his comedy routine. In 1968, Ed Sullivan needed last-minute replacement. Enter Rodney Dangerfield, who became the last-minute replacement. Became from that a regular on the Dean Martin Show and appeared on the Tonight Show more than 70 times. In '69, based on his success and his notoriety, he opened up a famous club, a night comedy club, Dangerfield's. And that would be kind of like his regular venue, his regular place where he would often perform. And it remained open for a long period of time until October of 2020. It remained open. We had several comedy specials there in Dangerfield's. Jerry Seinfeld, Jim Carrey, Tim Allen, Roseanne Barr, Jeff Foxworthy. They all played there. He was also known for his hit comedies. Caddyshack. And during the 80s, he also appeared on, various other small TV commercials. Just a funny dude. As you get the view. Going up the street. Now, having been mostly known for comedy, he wanted to kind of, back in the 90s, give it a change of pace. And he wanted kind of to do something different. In that character, Natural Born Killers, like I mentioned, he played a abusive father. And in that scene, he wrote or rewrote all of his lines in that movie, so he completely changed the script. In March of '95, Dangerfield was rejected from membership in the Motion Picture Academy. After fan protests, the Academy reconsidered, but Dangerfield refused to accept membership. He was also the first, way back, the first celebrity to personally own a website and create content. And, you know, he was very big on interacting with the fans. Email me. And you emailed Rodney Dangerfield, and surprise, surprise, you would actually get a response. The website was revolutionary. It was copied many of times after that by others. But it was such a hit. He became one of the 100 most influential people. 100 most influential people. And remember, at that point, he was already an older man. Imagine that. 100 most influential people on the web. Dangerfield also played a very important part in Jim Carrey's rise to stardom. He watched Jim Carrey perform at the Comedy Store, and Dangerfield signed Carrey to open for Dangerfield's LA show. The two toured together for about 2 more years. And that's who Rodney Dangerfield helped, along with many other comics, a staple, legendary.